Russian President Vladimir Putin calls Prime Minister Manmohan Singh after signing a pact with Crimea to include it as Russian territory. Dr. Singh emphasizes India's position on unity and territorial integrity of independent nations.
Congress releases fifth list of Lok Sabha candidates. Kapil Sibal, Krishna Tirath and Ajay Makon re-nominated from Chandni Chowk, North West Delhi and New Delhi constituencies. Suresh Kalmari does not figure in the list.
BJP Central Election Committee meets today to decide on crucial Gujarat seats. Rumbling in the BJP against nominations of V.K. Singh from Ghaziabad and Kiran Kher from Chandigarh.
WikiLeaks denies it ever said Narendra Modi is incorruptible. The controversy erupted over a claim that WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange had endorsed Narendra Modi as an incorruptible person.
Anti-nuclear activist SP Uday Kumar is among the 26 candidates declared by the Aam Aadmi Party in its 7th list for the Lok Sabha elections. The total number of candidates declared by the Aam Aadmi Party now stands at 268. They plan to contest over 350 seats.
Zakia Jafri moves Gujarat High Court against a low court order accepting SIT's clean sheet given to Narendra Modi and others in 2002 Gulbarga Society riot case. Zakia contends judge did not consider the phone call contacts between the Chief Minister and co-conspirators to establish his involvement.
India to file an appeal against the Italian court's order for encashment of bank guarantees worth over 2360 crore rupees of Augusta Westland as part of penalties in the chopper deal.
The mystery of missing Malaysian Airlines plane deepens as no trace of it has been found even after 11 days it went missing. 26 countries have now joined the search operations as new details further confound the mystery. Angry relatives of passengers threaten to go on a hunger strike in China.
In the Asia Cup World 2020 cricket, India to take on England in its second warm-up match today. Team India to try out its team combination ahead of its first match.
Those were our top stories. Let's now get you the news in detail. Russian President Vladimir Putin called up Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh on Tuesday to discuss situation in Crimea. During the conversation, the Prime Minister emphasized on territorial integrity and expressed hope that a solution would be found diplomatically to the issue.
Prime Minister thanked President Putin for explaining the Russian position with regard to recent developments in Ukraine. Prime Minister emphasized the consistent position India had on the issues of unity and territorial integrity of countries. He expressed his hope that all sides would exercise restraint and work together constructively to find political and diplomatic solutions that protected the legitimate interest of all countries in the region and ensured long-term peace and stability in Europe and beyond.
The Prime Minister also thanked Putin for his personal leadership in further deepening and strengthening the Indo-Russia strategic partnership in recent years.
And Ukraine's military has said that an officer has been killed in an attack on a base in Crimea, the first such death since pro-Russian forces took control in February. Ukraine has now authorized its troops to fire in self-defense. The attack came shortly after Russian President Vladimir Putin and leaders of Crimea signed a bill to absorb the peninsula into Russia. Western powers condemned the treaty, and a G7 and EU crisis meeting has been called for next week in The Hague. The Ukrainian crisis began in November last year after pro-Moscow President Viktor Yanukovych abandoned an EU deal in favor of stronger ties with Russia. He fled Ukraine on the 22nd of last month after protests in which more than 80 people were killed.
And while back home, let's now get you election-related news. Well, Congress has renominated 5 sitting MPs, Kapil Sibal, Sandeep Dikshit, JP Agrawal, Krishna Tirath and Ajay Makan for the Lok Sabha polls in the national capital, while deferring its decision on the remaining 2 seats. Union Minister Kapil Sibal will seek re-election for the 3rd term from Chandni Chowk constituency, which is likely to witness an interesting fight with the BJP fielding its Delhi unit chief, Dr. Harshvardhan, and Aam Aadmi Party nominating journalist turned politician Ashutosh. Sitting MP Ajay Makan will fight from the prestigious New Delhi seat, which is likely to witness a triangular contest. The BJP has fielded party spokesperson Meenakshi Lekhi, while the Aam Aadmi Party has given ticket to another journalist turned politician Ashish Khaitan, founder of investigative website Gulel.com. The party has fielded Krishna Tirath from Northwest constituency, which she had won in 2004 and 2009 Lok Sabha polls. BJP has fielded Dalit leader Udit Raj from the constituency. In East Delhi constituency, Sandeep Dikshit, son of former Delhi Chief Minister Sheila Dikshit, will try to retain the seat for the 2nd term. He'll face challenge from Aam Aadmi Party's Raj Mohan Gandhi, the grandson of Mahatma Gandhi, and BJP's Mahesh Giri. JP Agarwal would be fighting from Northeast Delhi, Mohammad Azharuddin from Tonk Savai Madhopur, CP Joshi from Jaipur Rural, Chandresh Kumari Katosh from Jodhpur, Sachin Palat has been fielded from Ajmer, Dinsha Patel from Kheda in Gujarat, and Ajit Joki from Mahasamund are some prominent faces in this list. Meanwhile, scam-tainted Suresh Kalmari was denied ticket by the Congress, which fielded young leader Vishwajit Kadam in his place as it released the 3rd list of 58 candidates for the Lok Sabha polls, naming several union ministers and senior leaders.
The BJP Central Election Committee will meet in New Delhi today and is expected to announce candidates for Gujarat. The party's senior leader L.K. Advani is likely to be fielded again from Gandhinagar Lok Sabha seat. Meanwhile, party's Prime Ministerial candidate Narendra Modi could choose to contest either from Baroda or Ahmedabad East Lok Sabha seat. And as dissent is growing in the party over ticket distribution, BJP workers have protested against the likely candidature of former Army Chief General V.K. Singh from Ghaziabad. There is also disquiet over actor Kiran Kher's candidature from Chandigarh.
These pictures say volumes about how BJP workers are fighting for tickets. Dissent that started after the first list of the party was announced is getting uglier with time. BJP has given tickets to several outsiders for Lok Sabha polls this time, and party workers are not happy with the decision. Party workers in Chandigarh set the effigy of Kiran Kher on fire and raised black flags against her. She is the BJP candidate from the constituency.
मैं विरोध करता हां ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਿਰਨ ਖਹਿਰ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ ਨੇ ਬਾਹਰੀ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਲੋਕਲ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਾਹਰ ਦਾ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਜਿਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਮੱਸਿਆਵਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਹੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ ਜੇਕਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਟਿਕਟ ਦੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ
However, Kiran Kher defended BJP's decision to field her, saying she belongs to Chandigarh and is not an outsider.
घर से लड़ रही हूँ चंडीगढ़ मेरा घर है मैं चंडीगढ़ की बेटी हूँ हिमाचल की बहू हूँ मेरे को 100% उम्मीद है कि सारे मेरे भाई बहने मेरे साथ खड़े तो नहीं जीतूंगी दम के चोट पे जीत के जाएंगे
Former Army Chief V.K. Singh is also facing protests in Ghaziabad. Reports suggest he is likely to be BJP's candidate from Ghaziabad. Yesterday, he faced the anguish of some BJP workers when he reached the city. BJP workers have been continuously opposing the likely candidature of V.K. Singh. However, Singh said that he'll abide by whatever decision the BJP takes.
मेरे लिए भारत की हर जगह एक बराबर है मुझे जहां पार्टी भेजेगी मैं वहां पे जाऊंगा
Several BJP leaders who joined the party recently are facing similar protests. Udit Raj, who got a ticket from the northwest Delhi, is also facing opposition. Some BJP workers protested against his candidature outside BJP headquarters in the capital. Ticket distribution in UP has also led to dissent within the party. Protests have surfaced against the candidatures of Sanjeev Halia from Muzaffarnagar, Kalraj Mishra from Deoria and Jagdambika Pal from Domariaganj. BJP's Central Election Committee, which is slated to meet on Wednesday, is expected to take decisions on certain key seats. It remains to be seen if the BJP can adopt a please-all strategy to prevent the dissent from escalating further. Bureau